this major change in immigration policy today. In effect, the Obama administration will no longer deport young illegal immigrants who came into this country as children. So this affects immigrants younger than the age of 30 who came to this country before age 16. They have to have clean records and either serve in the military or be good students. And this is going to have a tremendous effect here on cities, certainly with large Latino populations, i.e. Los Angeles. So we're going to talk to the mayor of Los Angeles, Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa. Mr. Mayor, it is nice to have you back on here. Los Angeles, for our viewers, it is 48% Latino. So what does this major change today? What does that mean for your city and also your police force?
Well, first of all, I couldn't be prouder of our president for doing what was right, for doing what I believe conforms and reaffirms once again that America is an embracing place. Look, we're using our prosecutorial discretion here to say that the kids who have been here, many of them came as infants, they've lived here their whole life, they know no other country, they oftentimes can't speak the language of their parents, that they have an opportunity to stay here free of a threat of deportation if they go to school or serve in the military. This is a great thing. They're going to contribute mightily to the nation. And you asked the question about L.A. L.A. probably has the largest population by far 48%. Of these kids anywhere in the United States. Yeah,
and you say it's a great thing. You say it's the right thing. We know somebody you're certainly not a fan of, Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio, certainly a lightning rod in this entire debate. He spoke earlier on CNN. I want to play this.
Politics. Why timing? Why now? Why not let Congress decide next year on this issue and on all of the illegal immigration problems we have? Why is he going out public on this? This is the first step towards amnesty anyway. That's the main goal of this president.
Mayor, there are a lot of Americans who definitely agree with the sheriff. I know the president spoke earlier and said specifically this is not amnesty, said this is not immunity. But my question to you is this a form of amnesty for children whose parents did break the law by bringing them into this country?
This doesn't provide a pathway for citizenship, and that's why we do need to pass a DREAM Act and comprehensive immigration reform. You know, the Republican talking points for weeks now have been criticizing the president for not doing enough for the Dreamers, for not actually passing the DREAM Act. Now, of course, they're going to switch and they're going to criticize the president because he is doing something that he has the discretion to do. And I couldn't be prouder of him today because these kids want to contribute mightily to the nation. Many of them are graduating from high school, going to college.
But
they're
their
valedictorians.
Parents came here illegally. I'm just throwing out the argument from a lot of people in this country.
Which is why right now they won't have a pathway for citizenship. But the best thing Democrats and Republicans could do is have this debate in the Congress. Let's pass the DREAM Act. Let's pass comprehensive immigration reform. We've enforced border security. These kids are not a threat to national security. They're not a threat. They've not committed, any breaking of any laws.
Right, and if they do break any laws,
let's give them an opportunity to contribute and be a part of this opportunity America we all love.
Right, then the status no longer applies. Forgive me for interrupting, but I do want to also point out, you are an Obama supporter. What about the sheriff's other point that the president is really doing this just to score political points?
You know, I am an Obama supporter. I'm national co-chair of the campaign and chair of the Democratic Party convention. But I can tell you that I'm also president of the Conference of Mayors. And the Conference of Mayors unanimously, bipartisan, Democrat and Republican voted in support virtually every year of the DREAM Act, of comprehensive immigration reform. This issue should not be a partisan issue. The fact is that these kids can contribute mightily to the nation. Let's give them an opportunity to do that. They can contribute to our Social Security system, which needs, an infusion of dollars. They can contribute in so many ways in our armed forces.
But here's the but.
Let's give them that opportunity.
Here's the but, because maybe people agree with you and say that's all well and good, and these kids, they didn't come over here illegally on their own volition. But here's the but. What if then this creates some sort of slippery slope where then, other illegal immigrants begin to sneak their children into the country just because of this major change?
Well, these were kids that have been here before they were 16 years old. look, we can speculate and disagree. And I actually believe that both sides ought to have that debate. Let's have it in the Congress. Let's do what we can on a bipartisan basis.
Is that a justified fear?
I don't think so. I think it is not a justified fear, but it's certainly something that people will raise. And let's have that debate in the Congress, and let's do it right away. Instead of going home on vacation in the way the Congress is doing now, let's have this debate on the floor of the Congress. Democrats and Republicans come together. Let's fix this broken immigration system. Thank you to the President of the United States for the courageous convictions and for reaffirming why we live in such a great country.
Mr. Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa in Los Angeles, thank you.